Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with yet another video. So we're gonna follow up on the NFL draft grades by doing the NBA draft grades. We hadn't done that, and it sounded fun to do. Really just need to get a video out and talk to you guys for a minute. Hadn't really got to talk to you. Things have been meh for me, but we'll keep things moving. Shut up and just keep working. That's all we can really do. Um, yeah, if you like my channel, my name's Cody Lear. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, please. I appreciate having you all here. Love you all so much. But I'll do my quit yapping and get into the video. The Blazers are gonna have to be the only team that I know will have to get an F in the draft grades because they didn't really pick anybody. So that's unfortunate in that regard. But starting off the Atlanta Hawks, I'm gonna give the Atlanta Hawks an A. They got a kid, I believe his name is Kingston Flemings, and they got I forget his name. I'm gonna say it completely wrong. Zuby AO4 later on in the first round. Pretty solid, pretty solid draft. I think they got the guys that they really needed to get. A team that was competing pretty well. They were in the playoffs, so shout out to them for that. Yeah, not bad at all for them. The Boston Celtics, they ended up getting Chris Sinek Jr. and Dylan Mitchell in the second round. We're gonna give them a B for that. Pretty decent draft. Definitely think they are gonna make some splashes later on. We think with Jaylen Brown possibly, maybe, hopefully not. I'd love to see him still on the Celtics because they're a dominant team with him, but we'll see how that goes. Brooklyn, they got Mikael Brown Jr. and Joshua Jefferson in the first round. They also drafted Tyler Bilodeau in the second. There's a little bit of hate on this one because Brooklyn drafted Mikael Brown. Apparently, Darius Acuff was a little bit better, but I mean, I don't think it's that bad of a deal. I don't. We're just kind of projecting at this point. I think it's a B draft. I think Brooklyn's trying to make moves to be a contending team, and I think that this is a good start for them. Charlotte Hornets drafting Hannah Stalbach. Okay, their draft themselves, I'm gonna give them an A because I actually like the Steinbach and Christian Anderson pick. What happened after with the LaMelo Ball trade? No comment. I don't believe it was a very good trade for them, but eh. Um, I don't hate it though because they got themselves a center that they can probably kind of groom into being the top guy or to being a starter, which there's nothing wrong with that for them at all. I think Charlotte did a really good job of making that move. Chicago Bulls, Caleb Wilson, and Dalen Swan are their only real picks. And it's pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. I like Caleb Wilson, and I think the other guy is going to be a really, really good player as well. Dalen Swain. I think that the Bulls made moves in the right direction for once. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, there wasn't a pick in the second round to grade, but I think they got the two things that they really needed to get. Cleveland, they ended up drafting Malik Thomas in the second round, pick 34. Not a bad move. We'll just give him a C for that because obviously there wasn't too much to grade off of. And Malik Thomas, a second round prospect, uh, a guy that you expect to be just kind of a role player, and maybe turn into a superstar. I mean, Jalen Brunson's superstar in his team, second round pick, just won a championship. So heck yeah. Dallas, I'm gonna give them a B as well. Morez Johnson pick and Sergio De Lara. They got Toby Lawal and that name I'm not going to be able to pronounce whatsoever in the second round. But overall, I think Dallas is making moves in the right direction. From what I hear, Mariz Johnson is a very good defensive player, which will be really good. I mean, you have Cooper Flag to build the team off of. I Is Kyrie still there? If Kyrie's still there, I mean, I can't wait to see what they do with that. But yeah, we'll give them a B for now. I think that pretty solid team. Denver, we're just gonna give them a quick C. They got Trevon Brazell and Bryce Hopkins in the second round. Nothing too crazy, nothing bad. I think pretty solid picks. And this is a team that has definitely done well with a second round pick before, so hey, you never know. You might get a player that turns out into the next Nikola Jokic. I think all the talent in the world is getting just even better at this point, so that helps. Detroit Pistons, I'm gonna give them a straight B for Ibuka Okori. Great pick. From just kind of what I'm seeing, it's a guy that's gonna be able to produce like right away, right off the bench. And gosh, does Detroit need somebody that can produce straight away. But yeah, I'm gonna give them a B for that. I don't think that they have anything too shady to be complaining about too much there. Golden State, just for the Axel Landenberg pick, give him an A. Give him an A. Leger Jones, we'll see how that turns out for him, but yeah, just for that, phenomenal, phenomenal. Uh, I really like him for the team on the Golden State Warriors, so yeah, the Axel Landenberg pick gets him an A for me. The Rockets, they're gonna get a D. They only got a pick at like 51. Guy that you don't expect to do, or oh no, Bruce Thorson, that's his name. Yeah, no, we'll give Bruce Thorson a C because I've actually heard of him. Uh, if you can't tell, this is mostly my opinion. So if I'm completely wrong, I'm completely wrong. But we'll give him that. Braden Smith, we're gonna stick to the same thing with the Pacers. Just a guy at 38. I don't think it was a bad move at all. Yeah, good move for the Pacers. Pretty solid. Pretty solid draft for a lot of these teams. The Clippers, they're going to get an A because I really like the Keaton Wagler pick. They have Bob on Miller, Nick Martinelli, and Nagoya, so they got a couple players that could be coming in soon and really stand out the way that they would like them to. Not bad at all. Cameron Carr for the Lakers, that's all they got. We'll give them a C as well. Not that bad. Nothing too shabby. Grizzlies, am I going to be a little biased? You better freaking believe it. I'm going to give them an S for the Cameron Boozer, Kareem Lopez, and Richie Saunders. I do think it's a really, really good team, or really, really good pick, so to be honest with you. So I don't have a problem telling myself that that's an S tier. I think the Grizzlies really needed to get some help. And now with the Ja Morant trade, the moves make even more sense. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Miami, they only draft Ryan Conwell, nothing too crazy, so we'll just give them a quick C and keep moving forward. Milwaukee Bucks, they got Braden Berries, Nate Ament, and Malaper Lopez. So I'm gonna give them an A because I actually do like the moves at all. Now, the trade for Giannis, you can throw that up in the air as much as you want. I don't think it was that bad, but we'll see how it works out for them. Yeah, I think the Bucks did okay on draft night. I do. The Timberwolves, we'll give them a C. I, Isaiah Evans, Trey Kaufman. Yeah, we'll give him a C for that. Not too shabby. Not bad at all, to be honest with you. Uh, the New Orleans Pelicans, they only got a guy at 58. We're going to give him a D for that. Not really too much to grade off of, to be honest with you. New York, they get Jack Cayley and Tyler Nickel, both guys second round picks. And of course, now Jalen Brunson's second round pick. Things worked out really, really well for him. So hopefully that continues to be the case. Good for him. Now, Oklahoma City, just because of the Day Mara pick, and of course they got Bennett Sturts as well. Yeah, no, that's an S tier draft. Thunder absolutely knocked it out of the park, and they know they did. Isaiah Nelson for the Magic, pretty late pick. We'll just give him a D for that. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here. Sixers, they got LeBaron and Phillips. I'm gonna give them a B, like a higher tier B, because they got a guy that was not expected to be that low. Phoenix Suns, we'll give them a B for getting Koa Pete at 30. Yeah, no, that's completely fine. Sacramento Kings, I'm going to give them a little bit of a bump here as well. I like the Darius Acuff and Alex Caravan picks, so I'm going to give them that as well. Spurs, I'm also going to give them an S. Thought they did a really good job getting Jaden Quamps and Terrace Reed Jr. Really, really good players to help them like shore up that team. Raptors, they get Allen Graves and Jalen Bradley. I'm going to give them a B. I don't think it's too bad at all. I think they did fine. Jazz, they get an A. The only player they had was Darren Peterson, but everybody is highly stoked on this guy, and I don't blame them whatsoever. And then we'll also give the Wizards an A for AJ Damiansa and Felix Akpara. Now, of course, this is just my opinion, like I said. If you don't like it, I completely do understand. But for me, I think that these grades are as good as we can get for the NBA draft. Now, of course, if you don't like it, if you didn't end up liking it, I completely understand. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.